Let's move on to the fun part. Now the fun part is where we go ahead and start the class. The first thing we need to do is go back and look in our Rooms tab. Let's just see what we have set up. I'm going to work with this course called My Course. It's a default course. And the first example I'm going to give you is static URL. So just as a refresher, you'll start out like this. You can have leave it blank. And I'll just create 3 breakouts. I'll just say this is room 1, room 2, and room 3. I'll click Save. And then I'll get some automatic Meet URLs. No need to go to the calendar. All right, so we're in good shape. Now we're going to go over here. We'll go to this Choose Course. Now we want to choose our course right here, and then there's up to 3, and I'll choose all 3. Okay. Now I'm going to show you in steps. I'll just say open up the main room, and we go ahead and join. So let's just say I have students in here. We talk for a while, then it's time to have an activity. So we're going to have breakouts. I'll show you the breakouts in a future video. But now we're going to go ahead and open up the breakouts. So I recommend doing that first. Just open the breakouts first before you assign people, just so you don't forget. So we have all 3. Because I open it up in 2 different steps, they're not tiled the way I want it. So I'm going to hit the retile right here, and then we get all 4, and away we go. And I can turn on my microphone. Yeah, there we go. And my speaker, my video, and I can move around. Okay, good. So that's part of opening the classroom using statics. Now let me just shut this down. I'll do Control W. I'll start again, and I'll show you another example of rooms, and this is really the fun one. This is using nicknames. You could just use nicknames all the way throughout. You could just say Robbie 0. Okay, oops. I'll just say R0, R1, R2, R3. That should work. All right, I'll click Save, and then I will go ahead and run it. Same way, I'll just say open it up directly, the main first. There we go. That's the nickname, and then we can see it down on the bottom left-hand side. It's R0, and then I'll just say open up the rest. And there we go. We have all these. And then I'm just going to retile them so you can see it and skinny it down. Okay, so there, that works fine. I'll close those down, come up with another example here. This one is going to be a Google Classroom example. So we're going to go here to this Rooms tab, and we'll go ahead and copy this. Good, okay. And I will copy that and paste it, and I'll still use nicknames. All right, maybe I'll add a couple more. I'll make these static just to show you that you can mix and match. All right, those will be automatically created, and I'll click Save. There we go. I'm not going to go over code here, but code is basically just the 343. All right, so it's these. You could you don't have to enter the whole prefix. I guess I could do that right here. So I'll. There we go. All right. So if you do this, it has to be exactly in this format, a 3-4-3, then it's interpreted as a code. It's the same thing as the prefix of HTTPS, meet, google.com. It's just faster if you're going to type it in directly. All right, so we have all 3 different varieties. You could also add a resource URL, and let me just do that real quick. I'll do my favorite one, Pluto, Wikipedia. And I will just add that in there. Command Control L, copy it. I'll go over here with the green button. Oops, I only needed 1. And I'll just give it a name, Pluto. And I'll paste that in there. Let's see, did that work? Good. Okay, so we have all different kinds. Now you could actually, change the order and things like that. It doesn't have to be exactly in this order. I'll just show you that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and run this. It's going to be kind of a mishmash, but I just want to show you that it doesn't have to be all green and then purples and stuff. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'll just open everything up. Oh, I needed to choose a number. All right, so yeah, I'm glad I made that mistake, let's say. It's everything. Everything is driven off of this. Choose a course, my course, and number of breakouts. So, all right, I'm going to run it again with 6 breakouts. We won't. You could just say run it again. It will just do the new stuff, what hasn't already been opened. And then once that's done, I'll just hit retile. All right, so then everything will come in the way we want it. So I'm going to click retile right now. Okay, so everything comes in the way I want it. I minimize it, and there we go. All right, and you could just slide through this and so on. Yeah, it's actually in this order. Semantically, I don't have it right because my first room is called room 5, right? But what it does is it respects the order that you list here. So I'm listing it in this order: main, room 5, and so on. Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. So let me just move things around. I'll show you how to move things around. You just drag and drop, and then I'll click save. And I'm pretty sure I got this going here. So actually, if I click retile, yeah, there you go. So if I click retile, then it will go ahead and follow this order. Okay, so there you go. Now, but I really need to go over the one example, which is the one that's a little bit different, and it's Google Classroom. So let's go do this. I'm still on my clipboard, so I'm going to copy this. I want that. All right, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go to my rooms. All right, so I already have that there. Okay, good. I'll just keep this the way it is. Now, the examples I showed you here were that I opened it up all directly within my within the extension. Now, a lot of teachers will not do that. A lot of teachers will, in their normal process, they'll go through Google Classroom, and then they'll open up the classroom with this link or with that link. So let's just show that. So what they'll do is they'll click this. And, right, so then they'll go in. All right, so now they're in. So now it says, this is the name of the meet, RAV, this is CYAY, TMW, this is your 343. The extension doesn't know anything about this because, why? Because it wasn't opened by the extension, okay? So to get this thing in sync, the extension just has to be informed about this. So all you do is you click on this button right here under the Start Class. In the previous versions, I had a separate section, Start Class with Google Meet and Start Class with Google Classroom. Now it's all combined, and I think this is going to be a lot easier process. So we'll just click right here and see what happens. Okay, good. We get a message here. The main room is synced, and then also the tab is changed. So that looks great. If you see that, you should feel pretty confident things are working. And we will turn on the video. Let's see. Yes, that's working. And the microphone. Now, once you have this thing synced up, everything is exactly the same compared to all the other versions. So compared to all the other ways of using the extension and ways of opening up classes. So the only thing that's different for Google Classroom users is the main room, because you open it up separately outside the extension, and the extension needs to know about it, and it needs to know about by clicking this. If you made a mistake and you say, oh, did I click on it again? Or, don't worry about it. You can click it as many times as you want. There'll be a little bit of a delay. It has to go out there and fetch the URL and make sure that it's synced up, but no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. All right, so now that you have this synced up, then you during the course of the class, you say, oh, let's go do some breakouts. Let's go do some breakouts. So let's go ahead, look here, and we say, oh, we have all these breakouts. Now in this example, I'm just going to say I only want 3. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say I just want 3. 3, okay, just to show you don't have to open up everything. All right, and then I'll just say, okay, open it. So we're opening all these using the nicknames, and that's very significant. So here we go. These are all the nicknames. Yeah, we got them in here. And then we will tile it, and everything's working the way we want it. Okay, so I think we're in great shape here. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to cover within opening the classes. That's pretty much it. Just to let you know, if you're not sure and you go, oh, is it okay to open everything or whatever, you could always just click on You could click on both, and no harm, no foul. It says, oh, it's already open, and it just resyncs it for you. Okay, so that's it for opening the rooms. Let's just recap. The only thing that's special is Google Classroom. Google Classroom, and we already covered that here in the Rooms tab. In the Rooms tab, we just need to make sure that in this main room, we copied in this. And then away we'll go. If you open up all the classes directly within the extension, automatically synced. If you open up the main room separately within Google Classroom, not a problem. Follow your process. So you open it up separately here, that's fine. And then you're going to go to the extension. You need to let the extension know that you already opened it. How do you do that? You click right here. And if you're not sure if you clicked on it or not, no big deal, no harm, no foul, and it just will resync it for you. Okay? All right, so that's it, and let's move on to the next section.